It's easing pains and injury recovery for your knees. So we'll be starting with our feet, about hip distance wide, maybe a little bit wider, not too much wider than the hips. And just take a second. So a lot of the knee issues that we see happen from the feet or from the hips, and that's the joint in between, so it often gets the brunt of things. Sometimes it's life has worn it down, but there's lots we can do to strengthen all the muscles around the knees and then also improve flexion. So that's what we're going to do today. So first we want to start out by spreading our toes nice and wide, bringing the weight even between the ball of the foot and the heel, and keeping your knees soft. So first thing you want to notice, do your knees tend to lock back? Do you tend to have the legs, mine don't do it, where they bow backwards and you're hyperextending the joint. So little bit of give in the knees so you're not doing that and you're starting to use the muscles around them. And then we'll just begin to rock a little bit left and right. And what I'm doing here is I'm pushing on the outer edge of my foot. I want to make sure I feel the pinky toe side of my foot rooting, and I'm pushing with the left foot to go to the right, and I'm pushing with the right foot to go to the left. So I'm really feeling my foot nice and wide. So see if you can continue that. My knees are bending a little bit. And now bring it to center and feel that weight stay even over the feet and start to circle your hips and see if you can maintain it. So your knees didn't start to snap back and straighten. You still have that softness. You have a width across the foot, then circle the hips the other way. Ball of foot is rooting. You haven't felt the weight drop more into your big toe than you do towards your pinky toe. If anything, a little more weight in the pinky toe. Bring it back to center. Now keep that weight even, and we're just going to try a little mini squat. So as we do this, let's really watch our tracking. I'm going to turn a little bit to profile so you can see this better. Get that weight on the outer edge of the feet. Stick your butt back and watch your knees. Make sure they're tracking forward. They're not falling together. Forward, bowing out, you would rather err towards falling together. And then push up and see if you can start to straighten your legs by lifting the muscles above the knees and engaging your thighs. So we'll try that again. Hands on hips, little quarter squat, get the weight on the outer edges of the feet, check your knees are going forward, and then squeeze your booty and lift up on the thighs. Let's try that one more time. So if we were gonna go into a deeper squat, we'd wanna just keep all that alignment as we would go deeper and coming all the way up. Now that you have your strong straight legs, we're gonna shift onto that right foot. Arms can come out. This helps a lot of people with the balance. Again, we want to work for a straight leg here. So lifting the muscles above the knee, but not locking the knee back. And then let's see if we can place our left heel in front of our right big toe. And I'm your mirror. And now just work to straighten both legs. And this can be more challenging than you might think. So is the top leg straightening? Is the bottom leg straightening? Breathing here for 3, for 2, for 1, and then lowering that foot, softening your knees, give it a little bounce there, shaking it out, and then up again. Find those strong straight legs, lifting the muscles above the knees, and then using your rear end, engage your rear end. Shift onto the left foot, digitates to go down, strong legs, spread toes, same stuff that we started with at the feet, and then see if you can straighten both legs. Arms can be out. If you find it helps to bring your arms up, you can lift them up. I know that helps some people. And then if you got really good at this, this is where you could start to bring that front leg out. So I'm just giving you options. Start where you can manage without falling over, which it might be tippy within 2 seconds. And then we'll come down. But you know, we just practice and we'll circle those hips again, circle those hips again. And now we're going to toe heel our feet apart. So we're going to go real wide. We're going to spin on our left heel. I'm your mirror again, so you can just follow me. Turn that toes forward and the back heel will slide out. So let's come into a lunge. So start to bend your front knee and you want to make sure you can see your big toe. Now don't move your foot to see your big toe. Roll your thigh out. So this is again, remember the knees coming in. We want to roll the thigh out. Knee over the ankle, not way past the ankle. So knee over the ankle for this. Squeeze your booty and now firm up your back thigh. Now the lower I go in my hips, the more intensity I'm going to feel in my legs. So I'm going to use more muscles in my legs. So we want to work towards that, but you can always be up here, and I'll hang up here today. So rolling the thigh out, working that alignment so you start to feel it, because when you start to feel it, you can replicate it. Squeeze your booty, firm up the back thigh, and then straighten, firm, and now lunge again. Go back to your lunge. And straighten, and go back to your lunge. And straighten, and let's turn the toes forward, and we'll go to the other side. So spin on the left heel, turn the whole leg together so we don't torque the knee. Slide your back heel out a little bit. Find your alignment here, right? Check it. Toes forward, knee over the center of the foot. You'll be able to see your big toe. Pubic bone to belly. Firm up the back thigh and anchor the back foot and breathe. So start to feel those muscles working, and you can deepen that if you feel okay, meaning going lower over time, and then straighten and bend. Push with the ball of the foot and lift your thigh, not lock your knee back. You'll notice if your knees like to lock back, it'll probably want to go there. So we're going to start to make a new habit. Straighten, lift, squeeze, and bend, and straighten and turn, and toe heel the feet towards one another all the way. Let the arms fall. Give yourself a little jiggle out, and we're going to come down to the ground. So make your way down into a tabletop position. Now, if your knees need more padding because the bones hurt into the floor of the mat, put a little more padding underneath there. Get a towel, put something underneath, put an extra yoga mat underneath them. And all we're going to do here is start to move our rear end towards our heel. So the other thing we want to work on is flexing. And your rear end might not come back as far as mine, that's fine. Go to where you can and then come forwards. And then simply working the flexion and forwards and back and forwards. Now let's just add a little bit of a circle. So go back, hips to the right, to the left, and circling. So just a little bit of movement there. Go to your edges of where you can manage, and maybe you're moving a little slower than me, that's fine. Back, now going the other way, and around, and back, and around, and one more, and you can feel free to kind of hang out here and work your flexion over time. Okay, I'm not going to stay here a ton in this video today, but this is something you can practice. And a lot of times it's tight quads there, tight ankles that get in your way. All right, last piece, we're going to come around to our rear end and bring your left leg up. Well, let's say your right leg, so you can go exactly mirror me. So bring your right leg up, left leg out. Now, if you're falling back here, bend your left leg and pull with your heel. You can even use your hand back there. The other hand is going to come across here, and we're going to grab this shin and pull this leg in as much as we can. Now, if you're able to, you can put your hand next to your hip to sit up. If you're able, you can interlace your fingers and pull that heel in and sit up tall. And breathing here. And this works our hip flexion. It opens our low back as well as helping our knees. So lots going on in this movement. You're breathing, right? Keep breathing here. And then just let that go. Give it a little shake out, and let's do the other side. So one leg might be different than the other. That's fine. This is very normal. We all have differences between our sides. Pull with your heel. Use your hand. Use your hand if you need. And then the other one's going to hug this in to where you go. Your leg might be out here. That's okay. You go to where you can go. If you could interlace and hug it in. Raising up tall, you might feel some tightness in your hips here. That can contribute to the knees hurting. Breathing, but over time, you can start to open those areas and strengthen those areas. Easy shoulders. And as we exhale, we let that go. Give it a little shake out. Give them a little swirl. Don't push your kneecap. Just give them a little rub. Give them a little TLC. Heat them up. And there you go. Your knees are ready to begin the day or continue with your day. All right, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.